Hello, my name is Katie Muir and I would like to speak to you today about animal testing and how cruel and unethical it can be, yet humans try to justify it as being acceptable. What is animal testing? Many of us have heard the phrase animal testing, video testing, animal research, and animal experiments, but some of us are still unfamiliar with what this entails. The definition of animal testing is the use of non-human animals in experiments. These experiments are conducted at medical schools, universities, farms, pharmaceutical companies, and government agencies. These experiments are performed on animals to protect the safety of humans and learn more about the human anatomy. There are two types of testing. The most popular is medical. Medical procedures are performed to detect, diagnose, and monitor disease processes, and determine a course of treatment. The second, as we know it, is called non-medical. Non-medical, also known as cosmetic treatment, is a form of animal testing intended to ensure the safety and hypoallergenic properties of a product for use by humans. What are the laws in the United States? The United States has one law to protect animals called the Animal Welfare Act, AWA, enabled in 1966. This law was put into place to regulate the care and use of animals in research. AWA offers little to no support in providing protection to animals, particularly mice, rabbits, pigs, cows, rats, and birds. Over 100 million animals are tested and killed each year, including mice, rats, frogs, dogs, cats, rabbits, hamsters, guinea pigs, monkeys, fish, and birds. These animals are used in U.S. laboratories for medical training, curiosity-driven experiments, drug, food, and cosmetic testing. Before their deaths, animals are forced to inhale toxic fumes, and others are immobilized in restraining devices for hours. Out of these tests, there is a failure rate of 92% each year, while the other 8% are recalled for further exploration. Research. Researchers began testing on animals to find cures and treatments to control diseases. This includes testing new drugs, infecting animals with new diseases, poisoning for toxicity, burning skin, causing brain damage, and implanting electrodes in the brain, which cause maiming, bleeding, and many other painful side effects during and after testing. The animals also are watched for reactions of the test. Most of these experiments are likely to cause severe suffering, pain, distress, lasting harm, and ultimately death. The tests performed in labs can last for days, weeks, months, and if they survive that long, years. The animals that do survive will ultimately be euthanized. Alternate methods. There are approximately 15 alternative methods on the market today: organ on chip, toxicity testing, and computer modeling, to name a few. These tests can reduce and eliminate the amount of pain and suffering caused to animals during testing. Researchers have realized how cruel, expensive, and inaccurate tests on animals can be. Advanced scientists are thinking outside the box and producing methods to replace animals, decrease expenses, and find methods that are relevant to human anatomy. $16 billion of taxpayers' money go towards animal testing each year. To conduct tests on animals, laboratories need to find funding. The funding comes from many different areas. The two main areas are the federal government for medical testing and consumers from non-medical medical testing. The National Institution Health, NIH, the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, Center of Disease Control and Prevention, CDCP, and the National Toxicity Program are some of the federal agencies that benefit from our taxpayers' money. What can we do? Eliminating animal testing in the near future is a possibility. The first and simplest way as a consumer to stand up against animal testing is not to buy products tested on animals. Consumers can find numerous reports online that show all the companies that conduct experiments on animals. Sign up for the Be Cruelty Free Pledge and say no to animal testing is another alternative. Donating to animal rights organizations can help the fight for the right for freedom for animals. Writing letters urging the members of Congress, universities, and the companies performing the test to prohibit the suffering of animals are another good option. The most critical step in this process is to share the information with family and friends to help spread the word. Animal testing should be eliminated, for it is violates animals' rights to freedom. The pain and suffering animals endure when being experimented on should stop, since we have alternate testing methods. Humans cannot justify the abuse, mistreatment, and execution of millions of animals each year for experiments that have no purpose. Animals, like humans, can feel pain, love, joy, care, and many other emotions. Animals may not be the alpha species, but that does not give us, as humans, the right to experiment on them. In the end, humans are animals too.